Good day, sir. I am Vladimir Kehewari, and I am with
Jefferson Jordan. And for this video, we're going to talk about the 7 different types of IMs. But for this time, we're going to discuss about the flip charts. So for our flip charts, we decided to use we decided to pick the topic, the Dr. Faustus by Christopher Marlowe. And for the colors combinations, we use the monochromatic theory according to Google. We decided to use the monochromatic, which is what are available in our arsenals at that moment. So, and the shapes, we use the organic shapes, which is this one. And for our fonts, we use the parang shady, because the story is about the greediness and shades about something na medyo horror. And of course, let's proceed to flipping the chart. In the first part of the chart, it introduced of course, the introductions and so on and so forth. Ang ilang chart? 5, 6. And for the conclusions, basically it explains how the story ends, how Dr. Faustus was deceived and was blinded by his greed. And for our last page, this basically represents the time when was Dr. Faustus was taken into hell, was dragged into hell. So basically, the happenings was Dr. Faustus was dragged or taken to hell during midnight at 12 a.m. So that is basically what flip charts is all about. And we decided to use the dice for our activity on the Dr. Faustus.
So we are done with our flip chart. So the next instructional material that we are going to introduce within this video is the dice. So first, let's talk about its color. So the color that we used is aligned with the with the complementary color theory. And for each side, as you can see, for its shape, we uses the geometric shape. We have, for each side, we have triangle square for its border. Now within this border, as you can see, it consists of the 5 W's and 1 how. The what, where, who, when, why, and the how to start the question, the prepared question to ask the students for a certain topic. So for this dice, the prepared topic or the topic that we use is
the Dr. Faustus, which is associated with our first IMs.
So let's have a demonstration for better understanding. So I'm going to be the student. I'm going to play the role of the student, and you will be the teacher. Okay, I'm going to roll the dice, and then you are going to ask me the prepared question that is aligned with this topic. Okay, start. So as you can see, it's why.
So basically, the teachers will ask the questions on whatever lands on top. So these questions is why. So the teachers I will ask questions of why did Dr. Faustus decided to study necromancy or gain power? Why?
Well, based on the IMs in the flip chart, it's obviously Dr. Faustus study necromancy and the beyond science explanation, some perhaps. Well, because of the in the sense that he is unsatisfied with his own knowledge, something like that.
He crave
Yeah,
power and
we did.
knowledge. Basically, he's a greedy person. So that's it for our flip chart and dice IMs. Okay, for the next IMs, we're going to present the zigzag. So in our zigzag, we decided to use the topic language acquisitions and learning theory. So in our color choices or color combinations choices, we use it is associated with the color theory, which is the achromatic color theory. And for the introductions, as you can see in our cover page here, it is organic shapes. And if we open the zigzag, it will then show a different type of shapes, which is geometric, mostly geometric figures. So in our design, we have here the what is the design? The other one, the natural design. Organic, yes. So we have the organic design here, shapes, and then here we have the geometry. So for our topic or the discussions of the activities, Vladimir, how are you would discuss?
Okay, so as you can see, if you're going to open this one, right here, you can see that the main topic of this zigzag board is split into half chart. And then, as you can see, if you are going to open this one, the most highlighted uh, uh, term is the acquisition and learning. So as you can see right here, it has its own definition. So this it distinguishes the language acquisition and the language learning by giving its definitions. So for here, it's giving their differences. Here is the
Similarity.
yes, there its similarities. This is for this part, and then for this part, it also has a additional definition of the both, but it's just same. It also distinguishes the feature, the focus, the environmental, and fit. And for the uh, last part of the zigzag is it has the activity. Yeah, the activity. This is the preferred activity for the students. So
In
just
Act 1,
yeah,
we have the role playing. And for the Act 2, we have poetry or the poetry making. So basically, it is the topic of it is in the title, acquisitions and learning, language acquisition and learning theory.
Yes.
That would be all for our zigzag IMs.
Yes. So the next instructional material that we are going to introduce is our humble flashcards. So we have 10, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes,
10 flashcards here. And first we're going to talk about its color combination. So the use of color theory is the analogous color theory.
color relationship.
Yeah, we use the green, the blue, and the
Light blue and blue
yeah, light blue.
for the show.
So for our shapes, we have, as you can see, for our border, it uses the geometric uh, geometric shape, which is it has a side, so specifically it's the rectangle. And for the back of it, we uses also the geometry, and for to reveal the correct answer of it, yeah, it we uses the
Organic.
organic shape. And for the topic, or for its content, the Mr. Jordan Jefferson, we're going to discuss it.
So the topic is basically about the types of figure of speech.
Yeah.
Um, each flashcard consists of questions, which will be then revealed in the which um, the answers will be revealed in the back side of the flashcards. For example, how this flashcard would be associated in a real life, activities. Basically, teachers would ask questions in the flashcards, and that or it can be for studying, pero since it is related in a classroom, it can be basically a test or a questions for an activity or questions activity for the students or teachers. So basically, teachers would then ask the questions in the front page and then will reveal the answers in the back page. So I think we discussed it also. That would be all for our flashcards. So for the counting check, we have 10 flashcards. Um, one,
One,
two,
two,
three,
three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
and
and
euphemism, and
10. That will be all for our flashcard. So, since we're done with our flashcards, allow us to introduce you our next instructional material. It's the explosion box. The question is it really literally going to explode? How are you going to use this as an instructional material? Is this instructional material or is it just an ordinary box? Now, for its to answer or to address the questions, I am allowing Mr. Jefferson Jordan to to demonstrate to answer our concerns.
so before I'm going to explain whether this one will explode or not, I guess we'll figure that out. But let's first proceed to discussing the color theory or the color relationship that we use. So the start with, let's
Are
first.
you open up?
I guess it did not explode that much, pero okay. So the color combinations or the color relationship here is the triadic color relationship or the theory. Okay. And for our shapes, we use I think mostly geometric. Mostly geometric. It's either pahaba na ganito
Yeah.
or
The shape.
square, rectangle, parang ganun lang. So for our presentation, for the content, the topic is about the macro skills, specifically the 4 types of macro skill, which is the speaking, writing, reading, and listening. So for our first, the inside part of the box, it contains the title, as you can see, and for the yellow part, which is the second inner, it has the variables, which is the reading, listening, speaking, blah blah blah. And then for the second inner box, which is the blue part, is the definitions of each macro skills.
Mhm.
For example, reading, it has the definitions. It is the vocalizations of human communications used to blah 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 blah. So for the last part of the box, it contains example. So for this, we use actually the organic shapes here for the examples we got in an organic shapes, and this the example, of course, and the visual presentations or the visual example of the speaking. As you can see, the guy is doing a public speaking in front of audience. So basically, that's it for the explosion box.
So it did not explode.
It did not literally explode,
Okay.
but it did somehow. ano, yes, it is
Okay, we're gonna
surprising. So basically, that would be all for the explosion box items. I guess let's proceed to the another items, which is the
So since we are done with the rest of the instructional material, the next instructional material that we are going to introduce is the rope and pole display instructional material. So as you can see, it is made up of rope and a pole. Okay, so the color combination used is aligned with the analogous theory. So as you can see, it's obviously aligned with the analogous theory. So the shape, now in this sense, as you can see, we use the geometric. Most of the IMs uses the geometric shape, the rectangle, 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 and rectangle, the square. Yeah. So within this rope and pole display, the content or the topic that we choose is the types of verbs. So for this part, it has a border or it highlighting the types of verbs. So as you can see, we have the action verb, the transitive verbs, and so on. So for this part, for the next part of it, under the highlighted words, is its definitions. For the students to know the types of verbs and each uh, definition, and that will be all. So the last instructional material that we are going to introduce is the 3D model. So, so Jordan and I decided to make the 3D model of the question mark and the exclamation mark.
yes, the punctuation mark or so-called punctuation mark.
Yes, exclamation mark. And in this sense, the color combination theory that we use is the analogous. Yes, the analogous. So for the content or for the activity or for I know for the rest, I'm giving the stage to Mr. Jordan Zessa to discuss.
Basically, how these IMs will be used in the classroom is that the teachers will randomly pick, or if the students will voluntarily raise their hands, or yes, or yeah, that students can be picked randomly, and then the teachers will then raise either the exclamations or question mark. So, example, the teachers raise the question mark or a question mark. So the students will then form a sentence that stress or that has a question mark elements in the sentence, or vice versa. In exclamation mark, if the teachers raise the exclamation mark, the students will then create a sentence that has a question marks elements in their sentence. Example for the question mark, teachers pick a student, and then the teachers raise the question mark one 3D. The students will then form a sentence. Example, can I go to the bathroom, please? So it has the elements of questions or exclamation mark. The students will then form example, get out of my way, parang ganon. So it has exclamations or in a hurry, elements in a sentence. So basically, that's it for our 3D model. So thank you for listening, Sir Koal. I hope we present our IMs at least decently. That would be all. Thank you.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.